welcome back to my channel. We are here in my apartment with my roommate, Laureen.
Hello, I'm the roommate.
Hello, Laureen. How are you today?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Good.
This was fun.
Do you remember my first episode was with you?
Yes, I literally just remembered. It was. I'm so honored to have been the first ever.
Now they can see how
guest.
you look.
Oh yeah, because y'all couldn't see me back then, but this is what I look like.
I even have
What's
a
good?
picture of you when we recorded. Here's a picture right here.
There it is. Look at me then and look at me now, baby. It's called a glow up.
The episode is on my channel, so if you guys want to link in the description, you can watch it.
Go
and it's a
see
pretty
it.
good episode. I recently listened to it, and it's pretty good.
If it's good stuff, then I stand by it. If it's not good stuff, then I don't stand by it anymore.
Yes, we are here in my apartment. We have
Our apartment.
Okay, fine, our apartment. I'm in love with this apartment, by the way.
Me too. We have all our windows open right now, and I'm like, I cannot believe we live here.
We got so lucky.
This is insane.
And I don't know why we're roommates.
What do you mean?
Do you want to explain the story of how this happened? Why are we here?
So I originally did not want roommates because those who know me, you know I've had horrible roommate stories. Not that horrible, but it was just a lot for me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm about to move to a new state. Let me live by myself. I feel like it's time to live by myself. And so I was looking for 1-bedrooms, and I loved them, but they did not love me. Okay, those prices were up. And it was my first time doing
Welcome
taxes.
to California.
Exactly. It was my first time doing taxes too. So I guess I did it wrong. They didn't really reflect on how much I made and all this stuff. So I was just like, okay, you know what? If what it takes for me to move is roommates, then that's fine. Because I knew Margie, I knew Mackenzie, our other roommate.
We met in college.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? They're out there. They can kind of guide me through some stuff. So yeah, I was like, hey, y'all trying to be roommates? So we're like, yeah, we knew you were going to come back. Yeah, we knew it.
Yeah. So, well, California is expensive. It's so expensive that you need roommates to have a good apartment. You can live by yourself on a studio, but it's expensive, and it's a small closet space.
And also, like you were saying, you can get lonely easily.
Mm-hmm.
And I could definitely feel that because I moved in first. And in that first week, I was like, I'm about to lose my mind. Why am I hearing the walls talk to me? I need people.
Yeah. We just found this big ass apartment with this amazing view. And then we got this couch.
I know.
This couch is big. It fits 8 people.
Yeah. Shout out to Joseph, because my dad, he's the one that found the guy. And then
Nakupenda.
Oh, Nakupenda Pia, Joseph.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I love
how
it.
lucky are we? Speaking about luck.
Yes.
I feel like we need good luck for this new year.
We sure
Because
do.
we've been, a week in this new year?
Yeah.
How's it going for you for 2023?
You know, it's going good. One of my goals for this year was to just be more active on my social media. I do have a TikTok at Laureen.bean.
Not you plugging it.
For sure. And so one of my goals is just to be more consistent and grow my audience. For the past 4 days, actually, I've been going live for 4 hours and just kind of being more engaged with the people that follow me. And so far, so good. I've started auditioning. This first week has been good. I'm very, very excited for the rest of the month.
For this new year for me, it's a lot. I don't know if you remember this, Laureen. We spent New Year's together last year.
We did.
2021 to 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I took a picture on Instagram that said 2022, be good to me or something like that.
And was it good to you?
It was the worst year of my life.
Was it really?
It was so bad.
Well, I'm glad we could laugh about it now.
I did not expect that. I was like, okay, be cute and be good to me 2020. It was the worst year.
Yeah.
Like you said, I was by myself here in LA. It got so lonely. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't grow as myself, you know? And I feel like I got to a point where it was so depressing. No job, no anything, no friends.
Yeah.
And I feel like I need to start making a good, even though it sounds cheesy, new year, new me.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
It helps.
I've always been, a new beginning is always a good thing, because like I feel like that's why everyone is like, I'll start on Monday, I'll start next year, because a new beginning, it's like when you think about last year and you think about everything you went through, this is a new opportunity to create like new memories, new, like you get to decide how this year is going to be. So I feel like that's why a lot of people say new year, new me, because you're like, okay, I saw how last year went and I don't want to repeat that. So this year I'm gonna be different.
It also, like, I feel like motivates you to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. It's a new year, it's a fresh start, like a reset, whatever.
Exactly.
Some of my resolutions for this new year, it's always the same ones: lose weight or like be healthy, you know? Because like now I'm like, okay, I need to be mentally healthy. I need to like physically be healthy, because like you don't have to be like thin to be healthy. I keep saying that. Like I do want to like tone up, maybe lose some like lonja, but I would love to get a better job, better pay. That's something that I've been wanting to get for a while. Definitely do more podcasts. So at least I'm doing this one, because it's been a while since I've done a podcast, and my channel is called Listen and Chill Podcast.
Listen, they ain't listening because you are chilling too much.
It's easier to do vlogs, but I should definitely start making more podcasts.
Yeah.
And dating. I want to date more.
That's kind of fun.
I just feel like it's just dating, man. Like boys. I hate boys.
Child, who created them? I love them.
We don't need them.
I love them, but Jesus.
So that's what I want to like talk about today with you. Like, let's just talk about boys.
Goodness me. Where should we start?
I feel like I haven't done a podcast or episode about boys because it's been a lot. There's been a point where I'm just like, I just hate men. Like,
oh, yeah.
Why do they exist?
Like, why are y'all the way that you are?
Yes. Like, we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, can we fix you?
Let's get into it. No, can we start there? We can't fix these men.
We can't.
That's where we should start. We can't fix them. As much as you try, you can't fix them.
I want to know, like, how are you when it comes to like a crush? Like, how do you act? How do you, like, tell me your experience when it comes to that.
I'm getting better about this. But whenever I have a crush on somebody, I start imagining our lives together. I start thinking about names. I start thinking about like where we're gonna live. Like I start tailoring my life to like blend in with the guy. But I'm getting better about that now.
Yeah, I feel like that's me too. It depends. Like if I really like a guy, I start like thinking marriage, kids. Like it's crazy, and I try to deny it because I'm like, don't do that, because you're gonna hurt yourself.
Exactly,
you're gonna hurt yourself in the end when they don't like you.
Yeah,
I've realized this about me, but when I like a guy, I ignore them. Or like I'm mean to them. Like don't talk to me. But
really?
Yes. Because I just don't want to look obvious. You know?
I see.
And then when I don't like a guy, they think I'm flirting, but it's because I'm friendly. And I'm like very open and I'm myself.
Yeah,
but like when I like someone, I'm quiet. I'm like, they can't know me. Like they can't know the real me because I'm gonna scare them away.
I feel like I might be the opposite because I like to make it known. I mean, I flirt a little bit.
Well, it depends. It depends. Have you had like a crush on someone like you can't even talk to them?
Yes.
That's what I mean.
I mean, but that was also in high school.
Okay.
Well, right now, it's more like, am I gonna DM this person or not? So, yes, I don't. I mean, I kind of do. I mean, I just like leave little hints, you know? So I like a picture here and there. I like your story. I'll reply to your story. So if I'm doing that to you, congratulations. I like you.
Dating is harder now because it's all DMs or like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge.
Yeah.
I just want to meet a guy organically.
Yes.
Because once you like force yourself to go into that dating era and like doing a whole profile to meet someone, that is too much. Accident, like love.
Yeah.
I love that. So I feel like that's the best way to meet someone. And it's so hard because no one does that anymore.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. I had a Tinder in end of high school at the beginning of college.
Yes.
I met some people, but they're on there to meet other people as well. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're on there to just talk to me. So that also kind of bothered me. Like the fact that I was talking to someone who was talking to maybe 30 other women.
But you're also talking to men, so they're talking to women.
Well, for me, if I'm talking to one person, that's just the only person I'm talking to. Are you like that or no?
I don't know. Okay, that brings me to another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you jealous? Like, are you a jealous person? Like, when it comes to men, you
Yeah.
are?
I mean, I am. Because I'm like, if you really like someone, you shouldn't be making them jealous. Like, you shouldn't be making me feel like this. I'm not toxic, but like, if I see you liking another girl's picture, I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
No,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That, I don't think so. But, like, do you think, like, if you have a boyfriend, would you let them have girl space friends?
Absolutely.
You would?
Absolutely. Because that has nothing to do with me. That is your friend. Now, if you step out of our
Mm-hmm.
whatever our agreement is and you go out and like do something else with them,
Mm-hmm.
then that's on you. That's not on me.
What if the girl space friend is like hot? She takes
Oh,
bikini
that's
body
fine.
pictures.
That's fine.
He likes them on
Because that's not on
Instagram.
her. That's on him. It's
Exactly.
on him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not jealous. Like, I feel like if I have a boyfriend and they have like a girl that's hot,
Yeah.
I wouldn't like, why are you friends with her? Blah, blah, blah. No,
Yeah.
I would be a little bit like, okay, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, okay, if you cross the line, it's on you.
No, yeah.
I trust you right now.
Yeah.
But if you do something, it's on you.
I mean, I guess I get jealous. You know, if I see you talk to someone else, like I know they might not even be flirting, but like if they're talking, I'm like, ooh, come over here, little boy. You know what I mean? I'm just like, go talk to me. Like, why are you talking to
No,
her? Does that
yeah.
make sense?
Okay, so new question.
Okay.
What do you hate and love about men?
One thing I love about men that I actually started learning from Love Island. I know we were
Oh
talking about Love
no,
No,
not
yeah,
Love
no, but it's
Island.
true. It's true
Okay.
because you get to see how men really think. Because they talk to their boys every single day, and then you kind of start to understand men's brains. Because
Mm-hmm.
something that we will overreact about, they're just like, oh yeah, but I just like it wasn't that big of a deal. So
Yeah.
one thing I do admire about men is how they handle situations, like how they think.
Like they don't overthink like
Yeah,
us?
they don't overthink and they don't overreact to little things. Because,
Mm.
okay, so you know how if you have a problem and you talk to either your boyfriend or like a guy,
Yeah.
they'll tell you a solution. But for us, we're like, we don't want to hear the solution. Just listen to us complain about it. Like, no, they're just like, okay, I see the situation. Here's the solution. But for us, we have to go over every single detail and every single, like, oh my God, this is the problem and complain about it. But they're just like, oh, okay, but here's the solution. Does that
You
make
know,
sense?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I get that completely, but I hate that about men. I hate that so much because sometimes I just want to like talk drama with a guy
Yes.
and they're like, so like
Yeah.
sometimes like they've been having these problems, men and women, like when they fight and everything. And it's like men can't read women's minds. You just have to understand what we're thinking,
Yeah.
but they're just so straightforward that they don't understand. And it's
Exactly.
like, why are you mad? It's like, you should know why I'm mad.
Exactly. No, yeah.
And they don't understand.
I feel like that's a good thing with like men and women. I feel like we can learn that from them, but then they can also learn from us how to like show their emotions a little bit and like
Mhm.
not just. I think we were talking about this. Like I'm fine with having an emotional boyfriend, like someone
Me
who
too.
cries and like shows their
Yes.
emotion.
That's the best kind.
Exactly.
And they're not ashamed of it, you know?
Yes.
Like if they're like, "Oh, my bros can't see me cry."
Exactly. It's like it's a normal thing. Like you have
Yes.
emotions. We're human.
Exactly.
But it's like how they're raised is just you're a man, you don't cry,
Yeah.
you don't show your emotions.
I want a
So
guy to like watch a movie and cry together. Like
exactly. You're like,
that'd be
oh
cute.
baby. So I think that's something we can kind of learn from each other.
Yeah. I also, now that you mentioned Love Island, I feel like that's the reason why I watched The Bachelor. Because I also see that, how they act differently when it comes to like just being one woman and all men like fighting for her and how they talk about her or the other way around.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Can you talk more about that? Like what's the difference between when it's a bachelor looking at all these women and then these men looking at one woman?
I
Like what's the
think
difference?
I think I love it more when it's one bachelorette. I think I like a bachelorette because you get to understand how men fall in love or how they think about the
Mhm.
woman and it's less drama. But when it's a
That is true.
man, when it's a bachelor and it's all women, all the women act like so like, "Oh my god, like fake at first and they're like
Yeah.
friends and
Mhm.
then they start talking behind their backs and then they start doing
Exactly.
all this drama and everything and it's like, girl,
I completely agree with that. I love also watching The Bachelorette
mhm.
because like when it's a bunch of guys, their only way to stand out is to actually open up. Like
Mhm.
all they can
Exactly.
differentiate themselves from the next guy is open up and tell you about his life and like show his emotions. So I think that's why I like The Bachelorette.
Yeah. I want to know, Lorraine, What's your type?
What's my type?
Yes. Do you have a type, first of all? And don't be like, "Ugh, I can like anyone." Like, just
No.
don't bullshit
No,
it.
one thing about me, I cannot like anyone.
Okay.
Because
Good.
anyone cannot like me.
And okay. Okay, that's another thing. And yeah, I get how people say, like, I don't have a type. Like, I just love anyone. Because I've asked people and they're like, oh, anyone. But I'm like, everyone has a type. If you're walking down the street and you see like a bunch of guys, someone catches your eye because
Exactly.
it's something like, wow, like they're beautiful.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean love at first sight, but it's like attractiveness, like physically.
Okay, so what will catch my eye if I'm looking at a bunch of men would be their smile.
Your smile.
Their smile.
Okay.
That would literally catch my eye. I'd be like, oh wow, like I like a
But
smile.
what if they're not smiling? Just like walking past.
If he's not smiling, then I guess just how he's carrying himself. Like if he
The
seems
swag.
like, yeah, if he seems just like confident, if he's
Yeah.
just like, you know, sitting upright, kind of, you know, talking to everybody, then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's someone that stands out to me. Like they know who they are, they're
Yeah.
confident in who they are.
I get that too.
Yeah. What would you say is like your number one thing that like catches your eye?
Dad bod.
I know the answer. I just wanted her to say.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a dad bod.
So what do you care about, like the face, or you just look at like the body first and then the face comes next?
Is that bad?
No,
that
it's
I
not
look
bad.
At the body first?
No, it's not. Because for me, I mean, I guess physical.
Yeah, physical.
Okay,
like
so apart
type.
from the smile, I guess an athletic build. If
abs.
you look athletic, not even abs, just like if you look like you
slim,
go to the gym.
chicken legs.
Not chicken legs, please. No chicken legs. If you look like you go to the gym, athletic.
Like toned.
Yeah, toned, athletic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like for me, people don't understand what dad bod is. It's not too thick. It's not too skinny. And I always say it's a rare species because it's hard to find.
Yeah.
Every time I find one, I'm like, that's cute. I just want someone that has a thick ass, like a thick butt. And
wait,
because there's dad bods with abs. There's some dad bods with abs.
that's true.
But yeah, like some people have that. Wait, what? What are you laughing?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what?
You said you want a thick booty?
Yeah.
Do you be grabbing on it?
Of course.
You be grabbing on it?
I love to grab a
You
booty.
be no, like
Spanking?
during.
Lorraine,
Sorry.
my family watches
Okay,
this.
never mind. Please cut that out.
Let's keep this PG-13.
Oh, cut that out.
I also see a lot of fashion. Like I said, I love a good booty, and the best way to see the booty is short shorts. Like,
oh, you like short shorts?
Yeah. And then the long socks, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You like a frat boy.
Is it a frat boy?
Yeah. It sounds like you're describing a frat boy.
You know the definition of rugby players? Those are dad bods. I remember that when I went abroad, I would see rugby players and I was like,
it unlocked something in you.
Yeah, and they had the short shorts and everything. I was like, yes.
I love that. I don't know how to describe my type because I feel like a basketball player is too tall and then like a football player is too thick. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what sport that would be.
What about race? Like, do you have a preference?
Not really. The more I've grown up, the more I'm like, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
I don't
same.
care. Yeah.
Because remember that I was just white guys? But now yeah.
Same. But now I'm like, please, God, give me anything.
Give me a rock. I'm desperate.
Please. But what I will say about that, when it comes to race, I would prefer someone who comes from a culture
background.
Yeah.
We're both on that.
Yeah. So you can be American, I guess, but I feel like I would prefer someone who speaks another language, like his own traditions, and like we can go visit his grandma in whatever country.
Exactly.
Like
and learn
really
a different culture with like different type of food and all that. And it's like, I want to show you my culture.
Exactly.
Take you to Mexico, show you like everything, like the food. And it's like, I just want you to show me something, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it, because I'm like, I'm going to be teaching my kids Swahili and Kikuyu. What if you speak French, Portuguese, whatever language, and so we got a polyglot child.
I would love to like also like a guy with an accent. Ugh. Australian, British. Mate. Oh, good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
How you doing, mate?
No, yeah.
That also gets me.
Yeah, so not race, but just more so, what is that?
White cultured.
No, yeah. Is it nationality?
Maybe.
So I don't care about race, but I care about nationality.
So not American.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind an American. No, I really wouldn't.
Do you, like, if you think about it, and this is not to like offend anyone, Americans don't have culture. What is like
American culture?
American culture.
Yeah. Barbecue. Fried chicken.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
comes from,
Pilgrims, right?
which is British people.
Yeah.
So
It's
what is
just like
America?
it's
An
like
eagle?
where did y'all come from?
Apple pie?
It's the thing.
Yeah, what? Well, it's a that's what I mean. It's a combination about everything.
Yeah.
Native Americans, British people,
Mhm.
African American, I don't know, like it's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, so
Mexicans,
it's like there's no American tradition that they
yeah,
have. It's a mixing pot.
it's a mixing pot. Are you a relationship kind of girl?
I am. I am. I don't know why I paused. I am.
Why did you pause?
Because I haven't showed that I am a relationship person, but
Mhm.
it's because I care so much about being in a relationship that I don't
Mhm.
just want to be in one with anyone.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
I've only been in 1.5 relationships is how I would describe
Why would
it.
you say 1.5?
Because I wouldn't count the other two. So they're a half. One was
Got
for
it.
a week. The other
Okay,
one,
then.
yeah, the other one I didn't even talk to.
Yeah.
So I would say I've had one actual
Yeah.
relationship.
The thing with that also that I hate about the US is that how do you date here? Like it's so awkward and it's so weird. There's no like question. It's like, oh, we're dating. In Mexico, or my experience, they ask you, do
Mhm.
you want to start dating?
Mhm.
And there's no question in the
Like, do
US.
you mean before someone asks you to be a girlfriend, they ask you if you want to start
Dating.
dating?
It's like, do you wanna andar? Like,
Mhm.
¿quieres andar conmigo? And that is like dating.
Exclusive.
They do like this whole thing in Mexico. Like they bring you roses. They do like,
Oh
do
my
you want to be my
god.
girlfriend? Like this whole like, and it's quieres
Oh.
ser mi novia. And people like post it on
Oh.
Instagram or everything. So it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
And here it's like, hey, do you want to be
No,
boyfriend,
yeah.
girlfriend? It's so weird and I hate that. And it's like, where am I gonna get a boyfriend here?
No, yeah. I mean, I was 11 when I moved here, so I don't
Mhm.
have any experience dating in Kenya. So I only know from here. You could just look at someone and be like, "You wanna be my girlfriend? You wanna be my
Yes.
boyfriend?" And like that's it. It's not that big of a deal.
So that yeah, that's what I mean.
And I
Like,
remember people in middle school were dating, and I was like, "What are y'all? Y'all are 12. Y'all are 5 years old." It was just such a huge deal for me that I was like, "I
mhm.
don't just want to date anyone." So it took me so long to like have my first relationship, and then it was for a week. So took me to a corner and was like, "Hey, will you be my girlfriend?" I said, "Sure." And then we dated for a week. That was it.
And how did you guys break up?
He said I would like to focus on my senior year of high school, but he was a junior.
Did it break your heart?
I was heartbroken. That was my
Really?
first. Yeah, I was like, dang, I really liked him. Oh God, I hope he doesn't watch this. Because he then turned around and got another girlfriend,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, so I'm the problem. Like
Yeah.
I'm ugly. He didn't like me. Like it's me. And so yeah, that was kind of saddening.
That's what I mean. Like, I just don't get it. And maybe I'm waiting for something more romantic. And maybe that's why my standards are high
I feel
because
you.
it can't be anyone. It
Yeah.
has to reach my expectation
No,
that I
yeah.
have.
Yes.
You know?
When I say I've had one relationship, this was like this last year. It was it was a really it's a really questionable. But I mean, I was involved with someone, let's say
Yeah.
that. And after that situation, I'm like, okay, yeah, my standards are back up for real.
Exactly. Sometimes you do. Well, I'm talking for myself. Like sometimes you do get desperate and it's like, oh, I'll just take whoever, whatever.
Exactly.
And then that's when things turn wrong. Like it's like
Yeah.
you can't do that.
No,
Like you
yeah.
have to wait and wait and wait.
Yeah, because it's worth it.
It's worth it,
Yeah.
but sometimes you just want.
Dating is hard out
Yeah.
here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But we're trying our best, y'all.
What's your love language?
I literally have this written down. For me, I would say physical touch is number one,
Mhm.
just because that's how I express love.
Yeah.
Is through physical touch. It's kind of harder for me to like sit down and tell you how I feel about you. But like I can like, like give you a massage, like scratch your head. And I feel like that's kind of like how I show my love is like physically. And then next I would say words of affirmation. So it goes physical touch and then words of affirmation.
You're definitely physical touch. Cause like we've been like sometimes sleeping in the same bed and then the next day I wake up like and even the leg, like I'm like, goddamn.
I love to cuddle.
I think physical touch is my last one.
Really?
Well, it's just I can't touch anyone.
Really?
No, not anyone. Like, how do I say this? Like, it has to be someone special.
Wow.
Like, because I've realized that when I love someone, I touch them always. Like my mom, I'm always hugging her.
Oh.
We're at the dinner table, I'm hugging her. It depends on who it is. Like I can't hug anyone. Like it's
Gotcha.
so maybe it's like my last one. I don't know.
Okay. What would you say is your top two?
So which ones are they? It's physical touch, words of affirmation,
Gift giving
gift giving,
/ receiving, acts of service,
acts of service.
and then quality time.
Oh, quality time.
Quality time.
I think we talked about this, but I think my first one is acts of service. I just love when someone like takes of their time and helps with something, you know?
Gotcha.
Receiving something, I don't care.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
me
like
too.
money, like it doesn't
Exactly.
matter. Money comes and goes.
Yeah.
You can give me like a big ass car and I'll be like, okay, but like acts of service, like you doing something for me, that is more valuable than giving me a gift.
That's interesting.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel the exact opposite way. I'm just like, I feel bad when someone does something for me. I'm like, I'm sorry you had to go do that. I don't know.
But that makes you feel nice.
No, not really.
You
It
shouldn't
makes
feel
me feel
guilty.
bad. Yeah.
Maybe that's why we always fight because we have different. No, but like when it comes to dating, that's if someone does that for me, I'm like, ugh, I can fall in love with you if you do that first. That and then maybe quality time. Yeah, being together. I think that's my second one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just having like someone to like spend time with. Because words of affirmation can also be lies. You know, like they could say, you're pretty. It's like, I don't know.
That is true. I guess it's just more like the quality of the words you're telling me. If you're affirming me, like I see you and I just love the way you act and I love how you think, then that I'm like, oh wow, okay, well thank you for seeing that in me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I just really want him to mean something when he actually is telling me
When he
something.
says it.
Instead of like, oh, you look pretty.
Right, just because he has to.
Exactly.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah. Physical touch, the end, and receiving stuff.
I would say, because I wrote it down, physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, and then I guess gift giving, and then doing something for me.
That's
how it
crazy,
goes.
Laureen.
Yeah.
We literally have the first one that we like least.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
So should I touch you more? Is that what you want?
Yeah, give me a hug once in a while. I'll actually.
Oh, I don't know. I feel weird. Okay, let's do it. Fine. Do you really like that?
That makes me feel so loved.
Okay, fine. I'll hug you more.
Okay, wait. So let's get a little deep now. Did you know that they say your first love language is what you craved as a child?
I craved as a child.
Like that's what you crave. Like you didn't get enough of it, so now that's how you. Because
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Because like my family, we were raised like that. Like they are waiting for us to do acts of service. Since I was a kid, just doing stuff for our family, that was a reward or like something like nice. We were raised like assuming we need to make sure that we need to help them. Because my dad is very like that. My dad is very emotional. Sorry, Dad, I'm going to say this. He wants us to read his mind. Because sometimes when he says no, it means yes. If he says, I don't know, like an example like, oh, he's cooking. And if we say, do you want us to help you? No, it means yes.
Oh, I see.
And like, if we don't help him, if we're like, okay, you said no, the next day he's like, I can't believe you guys didn't help me. Like, it's crazy. And I'm like, Dad, you said no. But that's what I mean. I think I was raised with that type of act of service. So I'm expecting that from a partner, I think. But you think that you're craving it?
You know, maybe I feel like I relate to that because maybe I did crave physical touch as a child.
What do you mean? Like your family didn't hug you that much?
I mean, it's an African, like you're not that close with your parents. Like your parents are your parents. You respect them. You follow the rules. You don't talk about boys, your feelings. No, that's what you talk to your friends about. Maybe that's just my thing. Maybe cut that out.
But
I don't know.
No, but like, no, this is really interesting because we have different backgrounds and different cultures with your family. Like when you were a little kid, you wouldn't hug them like hello or bye.
Oh my goodness. You know what I just remembered?
What?
My first memory as a kid, we still talk about this. Whenever my dad would come home from work, I would take off his shoes. Is that physical touch? What is that?
That's acts of service.
That is acts of service.
Wait,
why is that my last one?
Maybe you didn't like it.
Maybe it's because I didn't get it back. Maybe I'm scared that if I do so much for someone, they're not going to return it.
And you don't like that.
And I don't like that. Wow, we're getting deep in this podcast.
But what's wrong with not receiving it back?
Well, I want it back too. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
want the acts
like,
of
don't
service.
you? It doesn't come from the heart, just doing it without like receiving anything back. You know
No, it
what I mean?
definitely does. I don't, yeah, like I don't do something to get it back. I
Like,
just feel like something in me is like, okay, well, like do something nice for me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
But then
I don't
why
know.
physical touch? That's what I'm still confused about.
Well, for me personally, I'm not good at expressing my feelings through my words, but I can like express it physically.
Yeah. Actually, that's me. Well, I'm the opposite. I think I'm good at expressing and talking
Through
about.
words.
Yeah, I think I am physically too. Like, what I mean is, like, when it comes to showing my love,
Yeah.
I just don't give it to everyone.
Yes.
How do you flirt?
How do I flirt?
Yeah,
Oh, I feel like I'm horrible at it.
you are.
Honestly.
Why?
I like to make jokes. If I can, because
Like,
I like to make
let's do a
people laugh.
scenario. Let's imagine I'm a man in a
Okay.
bar.
Okay.
And you find me attractive.
Okay.
I'm an athletic build, cultured,
Nice smile.
guy.
Okay.
And I'm looking at you and you're looking at me. And
Okay.
you're like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. And you have
Okay.
like 3 shots in. You're like,
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna go for it. Okay, action.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
can I buy you a drink?
Really?
Oh wait, no. I would say, do you want to take a shot with me?
Oh, really? You're gonna buy me a drink?
Yeah.
Okay, girl. I see you.
Why are you country? You want to buy me a drink?
Okay, I see you.
Yeah, like we would take a shot together. I don't know.
That was a bad flirting. Okay, let's switch it up.
Telling
This
you.
is me.
Okay, so here I am. I got a
Okay.
dad bod.
Okay.
You don't care about my face, and I'm cultured.
I like a face. I like a good face.
I'm
And you're
cultured.
cultured. Okay.
Here we
You
go.
need an accent. Do you want to start an accent?
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
hey.
yeah, you're doing good. What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I was looking at you from that side and I just thought you were so cute.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my, are you Australian?
Yeah, I'm Australian, mate.
Oh my God, that's so hot. What are you doing here in LA?
You know, I'm an actor.
Wow, you're an actor.
Yeah.
Where have I seen you?
Nothing yet.
Oh.
I'm just starting.
I thought I saw you like in a cute like movie that I just saw.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh wait, do you know Harry Jowsey? Are you Harry Jowsey?
I'm not Harry Jowsey.
He's cute. Well, you're cute too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have Instagram?
I do.
Can I get your number?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, maybe the bar isn't the best scenario for me because I don't want to meet someone at a bar.
Okay, then what would it be?
Like a set or even like the
Not the
gym.
set.
I don't know where I'm going to meet my man is the thing.
Can I just say this? I'm just going to tell the story about the DJ. It just bothers me.
Okay.
It bothers me so much because this is the reason why guys are stupid. And I told you this because I'm still so confused onto what happened. This last New Year's, I went on a cruise and I went to Hawaii. I was talking to the DJ in the cruise. He was cute. He was like my type, everything was going so well. I literally just went up to him and I asked for a song suggestion. We were talking, everything. I asked for his number, his Instagram. The next day we were talking and talking and talking. And it was like, how are you doing? Good morning. What are you doing now? I said, do you think we can hang out on the cruise? And he's like, not on the cruise because like I can get in trouble. I can get fired. But once we dock in Maui or another island, we can go out because we're gonna stay overnight. And I said, perfect, yeah. But like there were times when I wanted to see him and I would say like, hey, I'm in the jacuzzi, come say hi, blah blah blah. It was like, no, I can't, I'm sorry. But like he kept flirting. Like it wasn't like no and then stop talking. Like he was like, oh, but like no, but like you can come tonight and I'll see you, or off the ship we can go anywhere you want to. And like he was trying. It wasn't just like me saying stuff.
Yeah.
The next night I saw him again DJing and he's like, do you want to hang out after? And I was like, yeah, let's hang out after. It was 12. He didn't talk. And I just said, okay, fine. I'm just going to text him. And I said, hey, do you still want to hang? And he's like, oh, sorry, my laptop stopped working. Let's hang out tomorrow. And I said, are you sure? Let's just hang out for a little bit. And then he just stopped replying. That bothered me. I was like, I'm not going to hang out with him tomorrow now. I was like thinking like he has to say sorry. He has to do this because he didn't reply to me and I wanted to see him. I don't force myself that much with men. And then the next day, he didn't talk to me at all. He didn't say anything. everything. And I was like, what went wrong? It was already like 7 p.m. or 10 p.m. And I
Mhm.
said, I want to go out and I want to go to the island.
Yeah.
But he hasn't talked to me. And I FaceTime you and I was like, should I tell him? Like, should I double text? Should I do that? And you were like, yes, do it for the experience. Do it. And I'm like, Laureen, like, you don't understand. Like, I don't want to force myself. I don't want to look desperate.
Yeah.
But I was so FOMO. Like, when am I going to do this again? When am I going to go on this island with a guy that I met on a cruise?
Exactly.
So I was like, fuck it. You know, I'm just going to do it. And I texted him. He's like, are we still on for tonight? Didn't receive
Radio
anything.
silence.
So that's what I mean. What went wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did I scare him away? Like, everything was going so well until I told him, oh, come on. Like,
maybe
I don't know.
he was already frustrated with the situation about his thing. And maybe he was like, this girl doesn't even care that my set doesn't work. Like, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, maybe he just, like, does she not listen to me?
Because, like, I get, like, if you're not physically attracted to me, but you could tell that you're not physically attracted to me in the beginning. But he was into me.
Yeah. It had to do with that one night.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm still so confused. And if you're watching this, fuck you.
What was his name?
I never knew his name.
That's right.
I never knew his name.
Because he couldn't tell you his name.
Yeah, I didn't want to know his name, to be honest.
You didn't want to?
I didn't, because I kind of wanted to be like a mystery. Like, you know?
Fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, I did it with a DJ on a cruise, and I don't know his name. But, like...
Don't you have his Instagram?
Yeah. Well, I deleted his Instagram.
But is this name not on there? Oh,
I don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
don't put
censor
that on there.
But yeah, fuck you, because I wanted to have a good time in Maui. I don't think he's gonna see it. But anyways,
I'm gonna send this. Okay, so I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Okay, so what would you say you learned from your last relationship?
Boyfriend relationship or dating relationship?
It could be dating.
That I need to have my standards higher. I think so, yeah. Sometimes I'm just dating a guy and I'm like, ugh, why am I dating him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it because I'm lonely or is it because I really like him?
Yeah.
But no, like, I just need to have my expectations higher and wait for the right guy instead of forcing it. What about you?
I learned a lot because I would say that was my first actual relationship as an adult. And he asked me to be his girlfriend like 3 times and I said no because I wanted to be serious because I was about to graduate.
Yeah.
We're going to be dating. I'm going to graduate. And then what's going to happen? Because I had plans to move out here. Like I was not about to change that. I would say I learned to speak up more. Like if something is wrong, that I should say something. Because there's a lot of things that happen that I just like was quiet about. If something is wrong, you need to speak up about it. And to listen to your gut instinct. If you have a feeling like something's wrong here, listen to it and leave. I would have saved myself a lot of tears.
I wanted to say, like, I don't know if you remember that TikTok that I showed you. Do you believe in that about the men? They would marry whenever they're ready.
I think it was basically saying, like, if you're dating a guy right now and they're not ready to marry you, they're not going to. So if y'all break up and then they start dating someone else and
the next month,
yeah, and then they get married, that just means like, okay, then we're ready.
Do you think that's true?
I do, in terms of guys mature slower than us.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I guess you kind of just have to wait it out.
Exactly. Are we just supposed to wait for you? That's so stupid.
And annoying.
Yeah. Because maybe they break up with you and it's like, oh, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And then suddenly ready.
Yeah.
And then they marry the next person.
Exactly.
And it's like, why did I waste my time on you if you weren't ready?
Exactly.
That's so stupid.
Oh, I know. And annoying.
I guess Leo DiCaprio is not ready yet.
Ooh. Has he ever gotten married?
No, I don't think so.
He just has like girlfriend and then girlfriend and then girlfriend.
Every time they turn like 28, he's like, okay, next one. He has like a 25-year-old girlfriend.
Period. Tu velo.
To end this episode, Laureen, I like to ask you, what advice do you have for men?
What advice do I have for men? I think we kind of touched on it, but I would just say, show your emotions more. Like, I know you weren't raised like that. You were raised that that's a girl thing to cry and to be emotional, but it's okay to cry. Like, that's definitely what I would tell them. I was talking about this with my mom. At first, she kind of didn't agree with me because she was like, we would watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette together. She'd be like, is he really crying? Like, is that real tears? I was like, yes, he's emotional about it. Like, that's just what happens when you're human. You cry. As I started talking talking to her about it more, have you realized like men just kind of hold things in? And then I feel like that's when they start getting physical because they're like, I don't know how to express my emotions. I'm just going to hit you. But if you allow them the room to sit down and cry to you and be like, I was listening to this other podcast by B. Simone, who I love, and it's like, I look at her as like my mentor, and they were saying like, if men just were like, that hurt my feelings. Can you imagine a guy telling you that? Like,
that's weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't it like, it sounds weird, but it's like their feelings are hurt, but they won't tell you that. They'll just be like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, I don't care. But it really like it hurt their feelings. So I would just say like, show your feelings more, just so when you're really angry, you can just cry about it instead of hitting your wife or your girlfriend. What would you say?
I don't know. First of all, don't be stupid. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's so many times where I'm just like, I'm so done with men. Oh, this one's a big one. Well, I've talked to you about this. Chivalry or gentlemen. Romantic men. You don't see that here that much.
Yeah.
And I was raised with that in Mexico. Seeing my dad do that to my mom.
Yeah.
When I see that, I'm like, I need to find someone like my dad. It bothers me that men don't do that here.
Yeah.
Little things like that. And my dad even does it to me. If my dad does it, I need to find someone that does that to me.
Exactly.
When you're walking on the sidewalk with a man, he has to be on the driving
side of the cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like testing my dad, and I was like, Mom, just put yourself on that side just to see if he moves you. And yeah, like my mom would just go and like just like it's like nature, human nature. Like he doesn't even think about it. It's like, no,
I have
like
to protect her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even like sometimes I see like my dad, like a stranger, like a woman, she drops something and my dad's like, and he tries to reach it and gives it to her, you know? And even if the woman grabbed it, like he even tried. There was this one time where I was working at the movie theater and I saw this cute couple. I was like, oh, they're so cute. And then the woman dropped something and the guy was like he, you know, like he just looked at it and he didn't even think about it. He was like, oh, she dropped something.
Yeah.
And the woman, yeah, like she was normal. Yeah, she didn't even think about it. She was like, oh, I know that men here don't do it. They don't do it more because of equality and everything. And I get that. I get that so much. And I know that it's a big thing here. But that doesn't take away the chivalry, the romantic side. Like you still need to like conquer a woman, you know?
Yeah.
And that gets me. Acts of service, things like that, romantic, open the door for me or pay the bill thing. I get it too.
Oh, can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that, but that's what I mean. Like, if it's a first date and you pay the bill, that looks good, but I'm not expecting you to pay the bill. I have my money and I have the money to pay just in case. It's a little plus if you do it, and it looks good on you if you do it. That doesn't mean that you're going to do it every time.
Yeah.
But it's just like a little like, oh, here you go.
See, I agree with you about like going halvesies on a bill and like not letting the man pay. There's like a name for that. Like that type of girl who like goes halvesies with a guy. Maybe it's a Dutchie or something. Because it's going Dutch when you split the bill. But it's like people are like, don't be like that. Like let the man pay. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, trust me. I've been on dates and sometimes like men don't pay.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I offer like, oh, do you want to pay? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like if I'm dating someone, we go on dates, I would say just like going half. I feel like I would do
on the
that.
first date?
I would let him pay on the first date.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you
but then
offer?
after that, I mean, I read for my card. I'm like, oh, let me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I look at him. I'm like,
exactly, exactly. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, just
and
at least offer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't leave your wallet at home.
Yeah, don't be like one of those like, oh, a free meal. Like, no, that is taking advantage.
Yeah, don't do that. I feel like talking about the chivalry thing, I think it kind of goes along with the age thing, like when they're ready. Because when a guy finds the right girl, like he will bend over backwards for her. Like he will start getting the door and like start. I just feel like when they find,
so.
You don't think so?
Because a man can be really in love with her and live with her and just be like already like comfortable with her.
Oh, that's
I feel
interesting.
like.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You're
that's
right.
True.
I feel like the honeymoon phase, that's when they're like,
wait, like I can't lose her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something else I wanted to ask you. Why do you think men cheat?
Oh, God.
Or is that its own podcast?
We can summarize it real quick.
Okay.
And we can save it for another podcast. I wouldn't mind doing this like again.
Okay, yeah.
If you don't mind.
No, yeah, let's do it.
Really?
Yes. I'll talk about
Okay,
it. Girl,
cool.
cheating on.
So stay tuned. We'll be talking about men cheating, but we can summarize a little bit because it's a lot. It's a lot when it comes to that. I've never been cheated on, and I hope to God I don't, because my fear is getting divorced. If I do get cheated on, at least I don't want to love him like being madly in love with him.
Yes.
Because if he cheats on me and I'm like, whatever. But like, if I'm in love, I would.
And you have kids.
Oh God, Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah,
Imagine like having kids and get cheated on, and then gets another girl pregnant.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
I just feel like guys want the cake and they want to eat it too. You can't have everything in this world. You can't have this girl and that girl and the mom and the daughter and the sister. You gotta learn how to pick one. And then if you do want different girls, don't ask them to be your girlfriend. Right. Don't commit to something you're not ready to commit to.
Love that. Can you repeat that, please? Don't commit to something you're not ready to commit to.
Don't do that.
I love that.
Yes.
Exactly.
Jesus. It's like the men can have multiple wives, but a woman to have multiple husbands?
That's horrible.
Apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. A woman is a whore if
There's different standards.
And woman can't publicly talk about sex because she's a whore, she's a slut.
This is the next. We need to talk about all this.
We need to talk about
the different standards.
This needs to be a part 2.
Cheating.
Laureen,
Margie,
thank you for being in my podcast today.
Course.
It's been a while.
It has.
And I'm glad.
A year, 2 years?
2 years, I think.
2 years.
You were my first guest. Here we are.
In our gorgeous,
apartment.
I don't want to say what floor, apartment.
Penthouse
even. Like, God is good, y'all.
Yeah. We are so lucky right now.
Yes.
I hope 2023 is a good year.
It's going to be an amazing year.
Yeah.
Your first week, you already have a podcast going.
Yeah.
Like,
we're going to look back 2024, this episode, and we're going to be like, what the fuck?
I'm so excited.
Thank you, Lauren, for being on my podcast. Do you want to plug anything in?
Yes. So I have an Instagram. It's Laureen the Great. LAUREEN.
Are you the great?
HAGREAT. I will be the great. So yes, so that's my Instagram, Laureen the Great, and then I have a TikTok at Laureen.bean. So yeah, we're trying to grow those.
You're a frijol?
No. That was my nickname in high school.
Aww.
Everyone in theater used to call me Bean.
Can I call you Bean?
Yeah.
Cool. And we're also doing a TikTok together, right?
Oh, yes. We have.
What's the name?
The Real Housewives of NoHo. It's going to be with all the roommates. We're gonna start a TikTok.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that
goes.
Go
follow that, too.
It's going to be so crazy looking back at this at the end of the year and seeing, like, what happened.
It's like, no one hangs out with anyone anymore.
No.
We're going to be stuck here for a year, so.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Me too.
You gotta learn how to hug me.
You gotta learn how to do me active service, girl.
Oh, Jesus.
You can follow Listen and Chill on Instagram. You can like this video. You can subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you. And goodbye.